So this is the modified OBDIIC&C which you've just seen in the video with driving the Telemate video display. It's got a few mods and hacks as you can see inside it, so I'll just try to run through those. Some of these I've already explained before. We've got the cruise control wires here. We've got the IMA CNC CAN board, the CAN bus board here, which goes to these two terminals over here. And then we've got the analog joystick wire, which is this wire here. And that comes in, and then two wires go over to these two terminals over here, now the X and Y axis. Now I've actually added two capacitors across here. So basically they go from each of these analog to digital inputs from the joystick, and then they go to ground here. So there's just two capacitors. It's just to smooth out any spikes on the ADC lines from the joysticks to stop any erroneous errors. Now I'm not sure 100% if they're going to be required, but it's probably good practice, so I've shoehorned those on for now. And that's an earth pin you can see just down there that I've soldered onto. Connects to pin 5 on the main connector there. So this was my orange charger wire here. Now I've had to move that several times to spare pins, and now what I've done here is underneath here we have R14 and R15. You probably can't see those especially well, but I'll try and get it into focus for you. Now I've removed R14 completely, and then this orange wire goes on the left hand end of what was R14's pad, and that basically connects it to the PIC. So R14, or what was connected to R14, now becomes the driver wire for the charger. R15 is still in situ, that's fine, so that becomes the output to the Telemate video here. And also what I did was on the other side of where R14 was, there's this red wire going, and that's a positive feed. Because I've removed R14, there's obviously no connection between either sides of this pad, so I'm putting 5 volts into here. So I've got 5 volts ground and signal coming out of this jack plug now, so I can still use it with the pickaxe. Probably, I think might have to have an adapter, but the point is it can the video signal comes out of here. Well, the serial signal comes out of here, then that goes into the video adapter. So they're the changes basically. I've removed R14, connected my charger control wire to the left hand side of R14, the pad there, put 5 volts, just picked up 5 volts from the CAN board, but it could have equally have come from pin 1 on over here, and put it onto the other end of the R14, the vacant R14 pad. R15 remains in situ as normal. So now we have plus 5 volt ground and the signal at this connector socket here, and then I added the two little capacitors here to ground on the ADC lines, so that we've got a little tiny bit of smoothing on the cheap joystick analog inputs, and it all seems to be working quite well. And you saw the pictures earlier on of the video screen. I've obviously been fiddling around with that, just tidying it up, getting columns into lines, etc. Well, getting columns into columns, in fact. So it all looks a little bit neater now. I've also added some more background information on, basically as much information as I can get out of the OBDIIC&C onto the screen. It's very useful for debugging purposes. So if I want to, I could take my little video screen with me and just plug it in, and then see what's going on in the innards of the system. But for the moment, I'm just using it with the standard LCD, but obviously I can plug the video in at any time. So that's where we are with that.